Oh yeah, we're live. It's alive. It's alive. All right, guys. So as always, I have to get my stuff all set up so I can see what's actually going on in here. And we don't like echoes, so let's turn that off. Man, 2 videos in one day? Kilo Loco, that is not like you at all. I know. Today's a special day because my course on mastering notifications in general has gone live. So that is pretty cool. Pretty cool if you ask me. Um yeah. And as you can see, there's a lot of people that are deciding to get hurt tonight. So vacation course is live. You are interested. I'm just sending some emails out, guys, to all my loyal subscribers and followers and enrollers. Yeah. So, if you are interested in the notification course that I made, well, I'm about to talk about that in a bit. If you are interested in notifications on iOS, then check out this course. Oh yeah. I just need to copy that link. It's copied. I'm gonna just send this out right there. Right there. Okay. All right. So hello everybody, and thank you for joining this live stream today. And it's a very special day for me. Today is the day that that my course has gone live. My very first on how do you say it? Online course. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited. A little bit tired. Tuesdays and Thursdays are my long day. I have to go out to Santa Monica on Tuesdays and Thursdays and take a 2-hour train ride there, and then see, look at my voice is cracking. I'm so tired. Here, I'm going through puberty again. Anyway, yeah, so a little bit tired. I'm alive. I'll post that in here at here. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Dang. What's going on? It's getting crazy up in here. All right. So let me just talk a little bit about what's going on in this course that I have been slaving away, and partially why you guys didn't get to have any YouTube videos for the past couple of weeks. I just kind of just disappeared on you guys. And the reason for that is because I was making this beautiful, awesome course. And there's a lot of different technologies that are covered in it. And it goes over just about everything that you need to know about notifications in general, for at least iOS, anyways. If you can't figure out how some of these different services work, I go into detail on that. And let's start from the top on what I cover. So I cover local notifications, and local notifications on iOS you can trigger 3 different types of ways. And the first way that you could trigger it is based off of a timer, countdown from like 10 seconds, 10 minutes, 10 hours, things like that. The next way that you can do local notifications is you can trigger based off of specific dates, like just like in your reminder app or something like that on your iPhone. So you can trigger based off of dates. And then lastly, where else can you trigger off of? You can trigger off of location. So you can receive notifications when you arrive at a certain location, which is pretty cool. And a funny thing about the location thing is that I actually, during the course, when I made the location part, I had the app installed on my phone up until like yesterday, and I would get a location notification every time that I arrived here at my workspace, because I obviously recorded the videos at my workspace, and I just got a notification. So it was kind of cool to see that the app continuously worked and that notifications continuously worked. But yeah, I mean, those are the three different ways of triggering local notifications, and I cover all three of those in detail. What else? So after the location section, we go into how to do notifications on iCloud, which was a really interesting thing to learn about, because they don't have, iCloud has visible notifications, but that's not where iCloud excels at notifications. Like the way that iCloud has it set up is like you would essentially be setting up like the same visible notification to be displayed every time. Like it's not, they're not dynamic notifications for the most part. Now there's a couple of ways that you could probably hack it and get it to work, but it's not what Apple intended. So we're not going to go over that. But anyway, where iCloud really excels is at silent notifications, which is kind of like background fetch and things like that, because like your Notes app or any of the apps that you have that are Apple and they sync across devices, they use silent notifications to send a notification to your other devices saying, hey, there's new content available, so download this content, so that everything's in sync. That's why if you're on your Notes app on your phone and then you go over to your computer and you open up your Notes app, usually for the most part, the data is still there. So that's where iCloud excels in notifications. After that, what do I cover? I go into Firebase, which, wow, we use 3 different technologies to get Firebase up and running with push notifications. And, the thing about Firebase is, even though it's 3 different technologies, their documentation is so well laid out that it's really easy to go through those 3 different technologies, even if you have no clue on how to use them, and they walk you step by step how to do these things. So what I do is for the Firebase notifications, we go over setting up the Firebase real-time database. Now, this was recorded before they decided to release Firestore, or else I would have done it in Firestore, but I'm sure it's probably the same exact thing. So we use Firebase real-time database. We use Firebase cloud functions so that the cloud functions can observe whenever there's a new event or a new object created in the database. And then from the cloud functions, what it does is it sends out a notification using Firebase messaging, which is their notification service. So we use those 3 different technologies to get notifications up and running for that app. Really fun experience. I liked it because it forced me to learn how to use JavaScript to set up the Firebase cloud functions, because that's the only language that they currently support. And that was a real interesting experience, And like I said, even though I don't program in JavaScript like at all, I was able to figure it out and get it to the point to where I could teach it, because it's only like, I don't know, like it ended up being like 20 or 30 lines of code or something like that, just to write out these functions to get a notification sent out. So that was pretty cool, and I really enjoyed that. After that, we go into AWS, which is what took me away from you guys for so long. So AWS, the thing about AWS, and I absolutely I hate AWS. I hate it. I do. I truly hate it because their 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 tools, their software is all super powerful, right? Super powerful tools, super powerful software, but their documentation is so terrible that it's really hard for you to learn how anything works. Now, luckily, after 2 weeks of banging my head on my keyboard and nearly having to replace my MacBook, um, I was able to figure out how to get those the AWS notifications sent directly from one device to another device, which is really cool because no other services offer device to device notifications. Like you would need a backend, you would need a server. So like when I did it for Firebase, I had to set up a real-time database, and then the real-time database doesn't even work directly with the notifications. So I had to set up Cloud Functions, and Cloud Functions is what actually connects the two different services, the real-time database and the messaging or the notifications. So that's where AWS really shines, is that it actually gives you that ability to send to and from a device, which is really interesting. It's just really hard to figure out by yourself. But oh no, I'm in the dark. Oh my God. Why doesn't it come back on? They don't know that I'm here. All right. Intermission. Get some popcorn. There it is. All right. That was weird. Anyway, yeah, so that was AWS. Really cool stuff in there. And then lastly, the thing that I feel is like the most valuable by far is the Vapor section. Now, what we do is we set up a Vapor app that allows you to send a push notification out to any and all of your services, or any and all of your apps, right? So it's really cool because even though it's like stored locally, it's not, we don't actually deploy it to like Heroku or AWS. We just keep it right here on our machine, which, it's good for security reasons. And two, it's like, at that point you can modify the app to deploy it, but that wasn't really the focus of the course. So what I ended up doing was I show you how to store all your app's information locally on your machine, and then you can just fire up your server app and then start sending notifications to any and all of your apps, which is really cool because if you think about it, if you become like if you start having all these different apps out there, and like you're the one that's like managing them and doing like the marketing and stuff like that for them, or like let's say you have 5 different apps out, right? And you're about to release your 6th app. Well, guess what? You can send out a notification to all 5 of those apps, and you can just promote that new 6th app, which is really cool if you ask me. So we end up setting that up. I consider it to be like a debugger type service because in my work, I have to test like push notifications and how features work with specific push notifications and things like that. And doing it through the app is extremely tedious, especially when you have to go through several steps just to get to get the result. So if you're able to send out a push notification just by tapping a button, I mean, that's going to save you a whole lot of time. So, it really speeds up my workflow. I think it'll really help you guys speed up your workflow. So I just wanted to announce, the new app notifications. Go ahead and it's called Advanced iOS 11 Mastering Push Notifications. And if you'd like, you can actually go in the description. If you look below in the description, there's a link and it has a coupon code. So if you want to get this course, it's on Udemy, and I set the price to $15, super cheap. It's $200 regular, and you can go ahead and take the course right there. It's a super awesome course. Even if you're like not interested in notifications, like I said, you're going to be learning like so many different technologies. Like I feel that my skill set has gone like up here. Like it was like right here, which is pretty good, but it's gone like up here since teaching that course, just because of the different technologies that I had to learn and the different things that you have to go through in order to implement everything that I taught in the course. So it's a really good course. I really think that it's truly valuable. And I'm not just saying that because, it's mine. I think that it really does like have a lot of value in it. So I think that you guys should check it out. Once again, the link is in the description. However, if you are one of my super loyal people that have actually enrolled on kiloloco.com, then you should check your email, because I sent out an email before I did this stream. And it's only like it's like only a 2-sentence email that says like, if you're interested in notifications, then, check out this course or whatever. In that email, the link is, there's a link in there with the coupon code that's even lower than the one that's in this YouTube description. So if you are a loyal, subscriber, then, you have been given additional discount. So make sure you take advantage of that. These coupons end at the end of the month. So make sure that you check them out as soon as you possibly can. I hope that you guys enjoy the content, because I worked really hard on it. And, I just put in like a lot of hours into that. Like, it's a 12-hour course, but I probably put in like at least like, I'd say 100 hours into that course, because researching it and, researching and putting it all together, recording all that stuff, it's not easy. So make sure you guys check out the course. Hope you enjoy it. My name is Kilo Loco, and I am going to be signing out right now. Yeah.